What's up, everybody? It's Mac Miller. Right now, you watching JoyDailyTV right here and only right here on thisis50.com. Don't get confused. It's not 50. It's thisis50.com. Swag. Blue Slide Park available now.
This album, Blue Slide Park. Now, since people have been hearing it and listening to it, what would you say is a song that everyone has accepted? I personally like Party on Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, I think it depends on the listener, which is what I think is really cool about the album. There's a lot of people like your hip hop heads, for instance. Their favorite songs are, Blue Slide Park, Party on Fifth Ave, Of the Soul. But I feel like a song that has really been going well is a song like Missed Calls. I feel like, Missed Calls has been real dope because it's something that's very different, but, at the same time, I just feel like, you can't argue that that's just a cool song. Mm-hmm. It's I think it's opening people's minds up and stuff, and so yeah, those songs have been going well. And my fault. But one more is Smile Back. Smile Back is just that hard shit. You can't argue with Smile Back.
Growing up in Pittsburg, how has that influenced your, just your style in being a rapper?
It just really gives people from there a sense of pride. Everyone from Pittsburgh has a lot of pride about where they're from and the place they're raised in. And, Pittsburgh produces a lot of hard-working people, Mm-hmm. That's the one thing about, at least people I know from the burg, is that it's people that work their ass off, So that mentality and just kind of striving to get recognition nationally, mm-hmm. Because Pittsburgh is a place that has only been looked at, for football for a long time, and people to this day still think that it's steel mills, and which is not. There's actually a thriving art scene,
Yeah.
and all different types of creative culture there. People like Andy Warhol were from Pittsburgh, so I think that we just all have a sense of urgency to show the world Pittsburgh,
Donald Trump, his towers are right over here. Are you gonna go by and say hi to him? And what was it like being endorsed by him?
It was hilarious. But no, I don't actually know him personally. We never talked or anything like that. I think people think that that's the homie.
I was under the assumption that he was your homie and helping you out,
No. All he did was make a video, and I just think that it's just hilarious. It's funny, man. Donald Trump he's just a funny guy, and and he's
funny.
Not part of hip hop. It's cool. It's ill, man. I was a good look,
Yes.
Definitely appreciated. But I'm not hitting him up to ask him if I can borrow some money or anything
Yeah,
like
of course not. You also appeared on Single Ladies, and you showed your acting skill. What was it like to work with such beautiful women, and to be acting as well?
Well, acting was very. I was nervous, because acting is weird. But it was fun, It was just I just like things that are a change from the norm, what I do every day and how much work I do. It gets tiring, and it gets stressful and but it's always exciting, but it's also just refreshing to go do something different. When you spend all day listening to beats and listening to music and going over what you did and trying to write music and do all this, sometimes it's nice to go do something where you're just you're not that good at it.
Yeah, you're out of your element.
Right. It's nice to be out of my element.
What is it like to be on an independent label? What are the pros and cons that you've experienced?
Well, pros are definitely things like creative freedom and being able to work closely with people and and just feeling accomplished, you know, like I really feel like everything I did, like I did, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you can give credit to other people here, like, you know, like it's independently done, you know, we did this shit, we built this shit, but you know the only con, which I've realized isn't really a con, is things take time doing independently, like, you know, we can't, we don't have like uber amounts of money to spend to market something, so we do it our way, you know, like we it's cool though because we build everything up until it's undeniable. Like nobody wanted to think that I was, you know, one of the top people until my album went number one.
Of course.
So like now you can't argue with it. So it's just kind of cool to just be able to feel accomplished and just to take your time, and everything's baby steps and everything's just taking it slow and gradually going upward.
Now, if a larger label wanted to sign you, what would be a figure that you would be like, yeah, I'm gonna move with that? I'm curious to know.
You ain't gonna be able to get me for anything under 70 billion.
70 billion. Y'all better step it up, man, because he's asking for $70 billion. I want a little lower. Can we get a little lower?
I mean, the thing is it's
70 billion.
It's not like, it's not about the number, you know what I'm saying? Like money, like I'm 19 years old with more money than I know what to do with, you know, so I'm good on money right now. It's just about when the time's right, you know. I care more about being in music and remembered forever than being rich, you know. So whenever the time's right, the time's right, and you know, it's a certain number might help. So, you know, but it's gonna have to be big.